Internet friends. Is the open border situation finally coming to a head in the United States? We've heard the whispers, we've seen the viral videos, but now it seems those distant concerns are knocking right on our own doors, especially in Aurora, Colorado. You see, political upheaval and economic freefall in Venezuela have been spinning out of control for what seems like a decade. People are fleeing, which is not surprising, but what is surprising is what you see when cameras sweep across those throngs of folks crossing the border. Where are the old folks, the children, the women, the family men? Rather, young males, military-aged, with a certain look in their eyes that doesn't exactly scream seeking refuge, are being shown. Unfortunately, Colorado is in a big mess right now. The Tren Aragua gang from Venezuela has slithered into Aurora and set up shop. We're talking about shootouts in the streets, taking over entire apartment buildings, changing locks, collecting rent like they own the place. The gang is reportedly breaking into homes while pretending to be delivery people. An otherwise quiet American town is quickly descending into a third world hellhole thanks to left-wing progressive policies.
Aurora has been in the national spotlight as videos have been circulating on social media showing gang members taking over apartments. It's important to note the city nor the Aurora Police Department have confirmed any of those claims.
In contact with our residents, reassuring them about the criminal activity that's happening here and how we're going to address it. We're out here, we want to reassure the people that live in this community that we are actively investigating criminal activity that's happening and listening to them. I'm not saying that there's not gang members that don't live in this community, but what we're learning out here is that gang members have not taken over this complex. We've really made an effort to the last few days to just really ask the specific questions and the direct questions in terms of.
Can you confirm whether or not this gang has taken over these buildings there in Aurora?
So there are several buildings actually under the same ownership, out-of-state ownership, that have fallen to these Venezuelan gangs. Somebody put them there and somebody funded it, whether it's federal government or not. We're trying to find out who. They've in fact have kind of pushed out the property management through intimidation and then collected the rents.
This has alarmed neighbors and local authorities, causing the Aurora Police Department to create a special task team. But it seems like no matter how many taxpayer dollars are funneled into the situation, the problem at hand is never resolved but always downplayed. And you're gaslit as someone who lives there. And instead of politicians and police leaders saying, yeah, you're right, we need to do something about this, the hatred and vitriol is being directed at local citizens who demand for law and order to be restored to their town. Reported yesterday by Aurora Police, they're denying that TDA has taken over entire apartment complexes and say the situation is under control.
All right, so after attending this press conference here on Colfax, I can see that according to our city and our leaders here in Denver, the problem is not the Venezuelan street gang Tren Aragua. The problem is those of us who are talking about it. We are the ones creating problems.
Over a month ago, Homeland Security issued a warning specifically to the cities of Denver, Colorado, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Chicago, Illinois, and New York City that the TDA gang's leaders had given their gang members the go-ahead to kill local police. This was confirmed by a 19-year-old Venezuelan illegal alien who was arraigned on charges including 2 counts of attempted murder for shooting 2 NYPD officers during a traffic stop in Queens. He claimed affiliation with the Venezuelan gang TDA and revealed that the gang smuggles guns into migrant shelters in NYC, and that this is a common practice across every sanctuary city in the U.S. And it's almost like, I'm going to sound crazy here, hold on to your butts, almost like these shelters are not for refuge. All of our best young men are now mobilized to the other side of the world in America's forever wars, and Democrats are contracting various gangs to go and create chaos amongst American cities. So right on cue, the Hegelian dialectic of problem, reaction, solution plays out right before us. People with good intentions are calling on the military and National Guard to intervene. There was even a rumor flying around the internet yesterday that the biker gang Hells Angels were headed to Aurora to take on the Venezuelan gangs. That's a feel-good story right there. Everyone loves a little vigilante justice, myself included. But unfortunately, it appears that all of the footage being circulated online of the Hells Angels traveling across country are older videos. And surely if the Hells Angels were headed to do this, they wouldn't be posting about it on Twitter ahead of time. At least I would hope not. But rest assured, if any vigilante justice actually took place. The government of Colorado and the police of Colorado would be deployed against the Hells Angels instead of the TDA.
We need to address the issue of immigration and the challenge we have of undocumented people in our country. We certainly don't want any more coming in.
The California lawmakers just passed a law, it hasn't been signed by Governor Newsom, but giving government assistance to undocumented immigrants to buy houses. Mm-hmm. That's kind of a different place than the Democratic Party used to be on immigration, is it not? I'm not going to say that's what the country's going to do, but that's certainly where California is.
Well, let me just say, immigration had always been a bipartisan issue. I refer you to
But not free houses.
Well, that's not free housing. It's the American dream being available to more people.
Colorado today, did you see that? Where Venezuelan gang members have taken over parts of the city. They've taken over apartment houses because these stupid people that we have leading our country are allowing these people, these criminals, to come into our country, and we're going to get them the hell out of here. And this is just the beginning. Wait till you see what happens. Wait till you see what they're doing.
We put so much focus on this gang or this group, but we really should be redirecting our attention to the puppeteers of all this chaos. The people who drew out plans hundreds of years ago, the politicians who opened the doors wide, the systems that let these folks slip through the cracks. Why does the U.S. taxpayer have to pay for these people to live here? And I can't help but wonder when it comes to the open borders debate. Maybe it's not just the borders that are open, but a Pandora's box we've been too afraid to close. This is the rot and decay of a declining empire, one that is being attacked from all fronts, especially within. And most folks are just completely complacent, ignorant to all that is going on, until it happens to them. In their town, in their community, in their neighborhood, when they're paying their rent to some muchacho or whoever really. We've got Middle Eastern terrorists, cannibal Haitian gang leaders, and Chinese nationals coming in through the border. By the way, who wrote that check and who flew them out and dropped them off at the border so they could cross it? Anyway, when these folks suddenly decide to make a fuss about it, it'll be too late. What do you think, Internet friends? You know, I always look forward to your comments. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, liking the video, and for picking up a copy of the Deep State Encyclopedia. Bye.